Okay.
Okay, this is a Christmas greeting to my family, my 6 sons and daughters and their spouses, and to Myron and Tony and Kevin, and to my 9 grandsons and my 4 granddaughters. I wish you all a Merry Christmas, year 2010. Today is Christmas Day, and I've got a good chance to bring you this greeting to all of you at the same time. I'm wishing you all Merry Christmas, and I'm wondering how the word Merry came from. It must have come from England, because England has got that kind of speech. I think if we started in America, we would say Happy Christmas, or Joyous Christmas, or God bless you, God bless Christmas. But the words fall short. But for Christians at a specific time of the year, we remember our past Christmases, and I'd like to just reminisce a little bit too about childhood, but I've had 84 Christmases, so I'm way ahead of everybody, and thankful for 84 happy Christmases. And wish I had a sharper memory of the early ones. It was a very humble time for people in North Dakota when I was little, because we raised food for survival. We raised garden, cattle, and chicken, and pigs, and horses for transportation. And money was scarce, and there was plenty of work around, but there was no pay for work, or very little pay for work. But you had to work to survive. And our parents and brothers and sisters, they worked to help make a living for the family. And I don't recall any much unhappiness in my youth. I didn't cry much, and I was the youngest of 5, and there were several years between us, so I never had to fight with my siblings much at all. I can't remember having a tricycle or a bike or a new wagon on my own, but we weren't unhappy. I had no pair of skis, and got different gifts at different times of the year for overshoes and clothing. And our school was about a mile away in the country, so that wasn't so far. Our neighbors were a mile away or more. We had no graded roads until the 1930s, and life was just plain on the prairie, life on the prairie, you might say. And we didn't have a lot of trees either, and no hills to slide and ski down. But in 1932, my sister Ellen went to Chicago with a lot of her friends, and that was the year she graduated. And she would send Christmas packages from Chicago to a little boy and his family in North Dakota. And it was a big joy for us to get those packages in the early years. I recall only love from my parents and siblings, and we didn't get much to church. We, mostly horse transportation. And in about 1930, my folks in Lowell had a 28 Chevy, which was useful transportation, but not so fancy. Tractors were clumsy. They had no rubber tires. They were rough to ride. And there was very dry years. The crops were poor, and but we did have food. We raised our own food, and we were blessed, and we survived, and that too was a miracle. And I just want to leave you with this with this little ditty which says, count your blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done. Bye for Grandpa Ken.